profound hearing loss, most recently, like the ones that are right before surgery. And I would expect that you will have sound awareness of environmental sounds and speech for the first couple of months, and then the goal is that you will have speech understanding eventually with your implant. But based on the amount of hearing loss you have and for how long you've had hearing loss, we can't expect the same things for you that we would expect from someone who had normal hearing dropping to profound hearing loss over a shorter amount of time. Is this kind of what they told you previously before surgery?
No, what I know is that I was born deaf, and I had one hearing aid when I was 18 months. And also we had done speech therapy for 13 years to be able to speak this way and learn how to talk and use the speech and be able to hear the sounds around me too, and I listen to music too as well. That really helped me understand the words and the beat and everything that's around me too. And I also work at Amazon as a delivery package driver, so I really depend on my hearing for that, because in another environment when I go to deliver, sometimes I get out of the van, there's dogs running around or loose barking, and I don't hear that, and sometimes I confront with some mean vicious dog that I don't even expect they're coming at me.
Yes.
So,
Can you explain your use of language, how you grew up with your use of language?
well, I used sign language when growing up, and used sign English when I was growing up. And mainstream the deaf school and hearing school setting, and grew up all the way through high school, and I graduated with hearing kids, students at the school, the whole system. But I grew up with interpreters too as well in the classroom when needed, and had one there for me available. So I've been switched off back and forth from the hearing school to the deaf school. So I've been back and forth. So I got used to that, and I know the environment being with other friends, and I've been interacting with the hearing world and the deaf world.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been part of both worlds, so I know the community, the situation, everybody that's around me. And my hearing loss that has got worse over the last few years because of tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
And it started ringing really loud, but it sounded like a tea kettle going up. It was like 2 or 3 times louder than that. And it was really hurtful, and I had to take my hearing off. It was like, let it rest for a few minutes, and I put it back on, and it rings again in 5 minutes, I take it off. So I knew it's getting worse. I took my hearing off for about a year and a half now, and I've worn my hearing aid. So I've been missing out a lot, but all the ringing kept going on and on, and it never stopped. So I had the surgery, it finally stopped it, but every once in a while I would hear the ringing. When I sneeze, when my coughing, it would go off. But other than that, nothing.
So also just want to let you know, when he was growing up, he was able to acquire morphemic awareness of the English language. It's kind of an anomaly. He graduated high school reading level at college level, so he went on to community college at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So he has kind of this uncanny use of language that we think this is going to be a little bit different, we're hoping. But last night was kind of interesting because he's going to be working with a music therapist and a speech therapist pretty quick. And so last night I asked him if he remembered music, remembered listening to it, because I acquired my sign language skills signing music to him, and he acquired English from that. It was just, little kid. So I asked him last night if he remembered, and we were watching Don't Forget the Lyrics, and he was singing with, and remembered all of the words and all that. So I told him this is going to be a process. It's not going to be like lights on, but we have a plan. Let's see how it goes. When he was in high school, I think sophomore year, I think he brought in a copy of his test for auditory comprehension,
Uh-huh.
and he passed subtest 7. So he
Mhm.
has that language, even though on paper it looks. I don't know. I've never been able to explain how he uses language, how he develops speech, but we just went with it. So that's the plan this time too.
So when I was reading your reports from your history that you provided, I noticed that your mention of tinnitus, and again today, and also in some discomfort when you were wearing hearing aids from the sound, more recently, not long term. And so today, I will be mindful of that when I activate the implant. So your journey might start differently than someone else with a cochlear implant, even with long-term hearing loss. But I take each case individually, and so we'll do what we need to do, what I think is most appropriate based on what's happening in the moment, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.